Hi, I'm Mohan.
Hi, I'm Selina.
Ichiro.
Hi, Steph. Alexi.
Lia.
Do you remember where you were when the law of derivatives was declared?
I just got home from a vacation. My family and I went to Japan, and then I got something in the mail. It says something like trigonometric. I don't know. I don't remember.
It's okay.
Yeah, it was something like that.
Could you maybe try and write it?
Yeah, pen.
I was just in my place, and then suddenly, my mom, I saw her crying. And I was like, what happened? And she told me something about freedom being deprived. And it was really sad knowing that.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh my God, I am so sorry.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's-
what?
Yeah, I was in Australia when it happened. I got a call from my mom, and she was like in the Philippines at the time. She gave me a call and she told me, "Don't come back home to the Philippines. The law of derivatives got implemented, and you're gonna have a hard time if you come back here." So I was like, "No, I couldn't leave my mom in the Philippines by herself." So I went back, and I remember I got home and I came home to a note on my bed.
Did you explain that to me?
No, like it's super traumatic for me, and I don't want to go back to that.
I was taking classes in AUFIS, and this man just burst in the room and started writing a problem in the board, and I didn't understand. I was on a vacation with my family, and suddenly we got this call from someone saying the law of derivatives was implemented. And at first I thought everything was okay. Then the moment we went back home, I saw this mail. Someone sent me something, and it was the derivative of inverse trigonometric functions.
What was your personal experience with derivatives and its hardships?
It was horrible. They gave me one problem. They gave me a lot of problems, and it's hard, man. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I'm sorry.
Could you maybe start explaining if you could? If you could,
Yeah, give me a second.
take all the time you need.
Something like this. This is what they sent me. Y is equals to x squared sine x. He told me to use. Sorry, can't really. Yeah, product rule. And then they gave me something like derivative of f times g plus f derivative of g, and then you do something about this. You do like, I think they said power rule, and then you retain this, add it to f, and you get the derivative of this sine x, which is cosine x, I think. And then you multiply it. I don't know. I'm sorry. I can't really remember.
I couldn't even eat because of it. I needed to review because this mail that I got, it had problem with it. And I need to do that. Or I would just probably fail if I didn't.
Could you give me an example?
I know the problem is still in my head.
Okay.
It was f is equals to sine x over x squared.
Oh wow. Wow, so sorry. Could you maybe explain that to me?
I can explain it to you. But bear with me, okay?
Okay, I'm so sorry for you.
The given was sine x over x squared. And I have to do quotient rule for it. In order to solve this, I need to follow the formula. But it was so hard that I needed to do it step by step. So I specify what is the value of f, what's the value of g, what's the derivative of f, derivative of g, which was nerve-wracking.
Sorry.
And then I substitute all the value based on the formula, and then I got this. And then this one, I needed to multiply them, to combine them, because that is not the final answer for my problem.
Oh my God.
And afterwards, I thought I was all right. I thought it was the answer, but then again, you have to factor it out. You didn't know. If you were there,
I am so sorry. I would not have gotten
if you were
that.
there, I needed to factor it out. But then again, I thought, I guess I'm free. I guess I solved it. But then again, you have to cancel x, and x raised to the 4th power. You have to remove x here. So what I got is this now. The answer is x cos x minus 2 sine x over x cubed. And I didn't want to remember it now, but then again, it keeps on haunting me.
Maybe I could understand. But in a way, it was so hard for me to get through it. All these problems, all the things I had to think about, all the stress I had to go through. It was just too much. It got too much.
What are the examples of said torture?
They gave us these problems, like this one, and
Could you explain it to me?
I'm sorry, but until now, I don't even know what to do. The problem he gave, it's still ingrained in my brain. I can't forget it.
Could you write it down?
He gave us this.
Oh my. Oh my. Could you maybe explain this to me?
I'll try my best. So you have the y minus sine raised to negative 1x, and the minus the cosine negative 1 raised to negative 1x, and you're gonna find the derivatives of these things, which are 1 over square root of 1 minus x squared, and the derivative of cosine, which is negative 1 over the square root of 1 minus x squared. And after that, since the denominators are the same, you're just gonna add the numerators together and you're gonna get 2, and that's the answer.
You could go back in time and change anything. Would you?
I wouldn't have gone back, honestly. I would have just, if I knew I was gonna go through something like this, I would have just stayed there.
I guess not, because somehow I learned base calc. Somehow I learned the derivatives, the trigonometric, even though it was so hard. I learned how to do it.
No, I wouldn't. Like, even though it was so hard for me at the time, I think the best thing for me was to be able to understand that and learn that, because even though it was a big problem, there's always going to be problems in life, right? And you gotta be able to finish one problem to solve any other problem. This is, for me, back then, that was just one problem. And knowing that I could solve that one problem meant I could solve any other problem, right? I think I would.
What would you change?
I think I would change the fact that we hate this thing, and try and appreciate it for what it is.
If I could go back in time, I think I'd do better. I'd try to do better. Until now, I don't even know what to do with this. Maybe I'd try to put in some effort, try to understand it more, because until now, this haunts me every day, and I regret not trying. I regret not trying my best to understand it.
And what advice would you give to the students of today?
You're gonna be put into a situation that you're gonna be failing. You're gonna be in pain because of all the problems. But remember, you're gonna learn from it. It's gonna be hard, but you're gonna learn. So do it.
I would tell them to study hard, try their best. Even if they have trouble understanding it, it's okay. They're gonna get through this. We're all gonna get through this. We're gonna graduate. And we're gonna do what we wanna do in life, what we're passionate about. This one thing that we're doing right now is just one thing that's gonna help us grow and help us learn and become better people.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Study hard, because that's all you can do. You know, if you fail, then try again. You should try your best. Try to do something about it. This one problem doesn't define you. And trying to figure things out, trying to find the solution in something will help you grow, will help you learn. And yeah, that's basically it. Just try. And try not to give up.
Thank you.
Dear God, please study. Please, please, please. I don't know, maybe you're gonna need this, but I didn't do anything about it. I thought I could live through senior high school without knowing this, but you can't. You will suffer. So please, 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 please study. That's all.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.